There had been a French flavour to the Tour de France on day one in Italy. Would that continue on day two? Would it be a day for the world champion? Mathieu van der Poel was in town, Primož Roglic in good spirits. After just under 50 riders finished on the same time, around 15 seconds behind Romain Bardet, who was the Romain Emperor in Italy. Starting in Cesenatico and heading just under 200 kilometres to Bologna, the first part of the stage would be flat. On the Emiliano Romagnolo plain, normally reserved for sprint stages at the Giro, but this is the Tour, this would be different. 2 laps of a finishing circuit in Bologna and paying tribute to the Giro dell'Emilia, which races this circuit each year. San Luca climb and a big opportunity for things to happen in the general classification. Jonas Vingegaard waving in after ticking off day one, and Romain Bardet finally at 33 years of age enjoying his day in the yellow jersey. Question is, how many days would he get to lead the Tour? A 99th French rider in yellow, and quite a few of riders trying to get up the road in the breakaway. First 10 kilometres saw a big fiery fight, and in the end 11 riders would make it up there. Led by Jonas Abrahamsen, who was picking up more King of the Mountains points, the first ever Norwegian to wear the polka dot jersey. Into Imola the peloton would roll. 5.5 minutes would be the gap as they went on and off the motor racing circuit. An intermediate sprint happened. Behind there'd be a crash on the way there. Sprint points taken by De Maar as Wout van Aert, Matteo Jorgensen and Laurens de Plus went down. Thankfully for all involved, all relatively okay. Couple of scratches to be sorted out, mechanical problems quickly remedied too. Into the final 60 kilometres, the gap at almost 10 minutes, and it looked increasingly like the day was going to the breakaway. Fabio Jakobsen, suffering from cramp, would lose contact. Same for Mark Cavendish. A few other sprinters would join him in a gruppetto. Also joining the gruppetto fairly early on was Mathieu van der Poel. Victor Campenaerts went to work on the third from last climb of the day, and when they got onto the penultimate climb, onto the circuit, the breakaway having 4 minutes. San Luca looking a picture, the crowds incredible, and the 666 archways, the longest portico in the world leading to the top, were attacked by Axel Laurens, the Frenchman, the under-23 champion of the world. Behind, Visma Leasebike would lead the peloton on. Tish Benoot looking after Jonas Vingegaard, and yellow jersey Romain Bardet sitting safely in about 20th position. 20 Ks to go. Breakaway breaking up. Oliveira, Vauquelin and Abrahamsen leaving the other riders behind. Laurens, who had attacked, not making that move. Also, further back, there was apathy. The stage really was going to the break. Ben Healy was trying to steal away to get the yellow jersey. Final ascent of the day. Again to San Luca, just under 2 kilometres at over 10%, and Kevin Vauquelin for Arkea went away. Jonas Abrahamsen was fighting though and not giving up. Coming to the Curva delle Orfanelle to the final time, it was still Vauquelin in charge. Adam Yates then tried to take charge of the chasing peloton, and there were gaps starting to appear. Primož Roglic in a little bit of trouble, and crucially the yellow jersey Romain Bardet distanced just before Tadej Pogacar then attacked. All the talking, the will they, won't they. Pogacar was there, and the only man could go with him was Jonas Vingegaard. That crash in the Basque Country, it didn't matter. Talk of a big four, but this time it was the top two. An iconic climb and 2 icons riding away on it. Behind in the peloton, there was hesitation. It turned out that Remco Evenepoel was in the chase, and Kevin Vauquelin was riding away. Those he dropped on the climb would not see him again. The first ever win at the Tour de France for a man on debut. A second French win in as many days. The first time since the 1960s that France had won the first 2 stages. And another first in a tour of firsts Arcaire BMB hotels with their maiden Tour de France stage win. 23-year-old Voeckelaar victorious. Second on the day was Abrahamsen, who keeps the polka dot jersey, in fact adding to his lead. And behind, Evenepoel would just about make contact, or would he? He had a passenger as well, and we hadn't seen them at all. Richard Carapaz was with him. So Pogacar and Vingegaard, who at one stage had 45 seconds of a gap, would have nothing on Evenepoel. And in the end, it would be Carapaz winning the sprint. Questions as to whether the yellow jersey could be kept quickly dispelled. The answer was that it was going to the front group, but with all the positions having to be added up, who would it be going to? Well, the stage win to Voeckelaar, no doubt about that. The top 10 looking like this on the day. What a win for Voeckelaar, the 23-year-old from France. He enjoyed his moment on the podium. French cycling in a fantastic position. 2 days from 2 and 2 breakaway wins at the Tour de France. In the GC, after all of that counting was done, it was Tadej Pogacar who would take the yellow jersey. On the day the race began from the late Marco Pantani's hometown, the foundations already being laid for a shot at the first Giro Tour double since the Italian pulled it off 26 years ago. Stage 3 should be a day and a first opportunity for the sprinters. A long stage, the longest in fact, all the way to Turin. And after a few lumps and bumps on the way, a chance for riders to fight it out in the sprint. The Tour de France is live and on demand each and every day on Eurosport and Discovery Plus.